One of the most common symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, is dissociation. When we dissociate, we lose awareness of our current surroundings. In one type of dissociation, known as a flashback, we feel as though we are actually back in the past and going through a trauma again. We have the same feelings as we had at the time of the event, including feeling afraid and in danger. These feelings can last even after the flashback is over. One way to help ourselves manage these difficult experiences is to use grounding techniques. These are things we can do to remind ourselves that we are here now, we are safe, and the trauma is over and in the past. Many grounding techniques use our senses of touch, taste, hearing, sight, and especially smell to move our attention to where we are now. This is because our senses act powerfully to show our brain and body what we are experiencing in this moment. So here are some things to try when you need to ground yourself. 1. Connect to the present. Tell yourself the day and the date, such as today is Friday the 24th of April 2020. I am in my home in London. Look at a happy photo of yourself and say, I am safe in this photo. I am now 50 years old and I am safe right now. 2. Smell. Smell can be very powerful in bringing you back to the present. Find a strong but pleasant smell that you can carry around with you, like aftershave, perfume, or an aromatherapy oil. If you feel overwhelmed by intrusive thoughts or feelings, or experiencing a flashback, hold the item to your nose and inhale slowly and deeply. Focus on the smell and how it makes you feel. 3. Focus on what's around you. Concentrate on something in your environment. Colours, shapes, textures, the feeling of the arms of a chair, the titles of books on a shelf, or pictures on a wall. Try noticing 5 things that you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. 4. Develop a grounding phrase. This is a few words or a tune which is a reminder that you are surviving in the present. Phrases can range from a brief, I am okay, to lengthy statements like, I am surviving and I am doing my best. 5. Visualize a grounding image. Rehearse a soothing image using your mind's eye, which helps you to feel in control and safe, a place you've been to or a place you can imagine. 6. Find a grounding object. Find a comforting object you can keep with you in a psychological first aid kit. Focus on this object when you feel overwhelmed. Pay attention to how it feels and looks or smells. This could be something like a stress ball, pebbles, essential oils, or a photo of a loved one. 7. Engage your mind. Do something that helps your mind to stay focused on the present. For example, try reciting something you know, like a verse or a prayer. You could say out loud the directions to somewhere nearby, like a supermarket, as if you were explaining them to a friend. Some people find it helpful to count backwards. Start with a random 3-digit number, for example, 158, and then count down in sevens, for example, 158, 151, 144, and so on. Finally, practice your grounding techniques once or twice a day so that they feel familiar, and it is easier to do them when you need them.